Plynař. Tak on samozřejmě plyn je teď drahej, že jo? Co ty tam montuješ, ty hulváte?
Okay, everyone, keep it down. Cole Phelps joins the arson squad today. How'd you like porking that German whore, Phelps? Phelps is up before a review board in December. Until then, he works the arson desk. End of story. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you did or didn't do, Phelps. I hear you're a good case man. But if you fuck up on my detail, I'll have you out of here before your feet touch the ground. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, sir.
Cap, we don't want a fucking rat like Phelps. Can it, Tilden? Phelps, I'm partnering you with Herschel Biggs.
I don't do partners. You know that, Cap.
You do now, Biggs. Social basket cases like you two should get along just fine. Biggs will show you the ropes, Phelps.
This is arson. There are no ropes.
It shouldn't take long, then. Start with these two. House fires. 326 South Kenmore Avenue. Steffen's family was out of town when it happened. Then go to 4414 Rosewood, family by the name of Sawyer. Fire brigade will be on location.
Are they suspicious, Captain?
That's for you to find out, detective. Now get out of here. Both of you. Get out!
Žhářské, jo. Sakra, to ani nevím, že policajti mají takový oddělení.
Mouthpiece store strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
O, dík, že si uhnul.
I don't care. I don't go in for letting gangsters off scot-free.
This guy was willing to rat his own mother after I'd sweated him.
Tady? Jo, to jsme ku podivu bych řekl někde jinde zase, počkej. Když se pám takhle. A počkáš 10 minut. Jo, řekl bych, že jsme jinde, protože to jsme byli někde tady, že? Jo, takže to jsme zase na jiné plnicí stanici, no tak to je hezký aspoň. Jo.
How long have you been working arson?
We gonna do the small talk thing now? Talk baseball, exchange addresses? I don't think so. Feeling down, hotshot? Need a buddy? Or look somewhere else?
So this is how it's going to be, partner?
I already told you, I don't do partners.
To je blízko, tak?
I seen you on your first day, hero. Walking into the station with your chest puffed out like a little kid at his confirmation. You wouldn't have given me the time of day. And now you need somebody, and that somebody's supposed to be me. Well, it's not gonna happen.
That's quite a speech. I heard you were the strong silent type.
You cracking wise, Phelps?
No, Biggs. I'm breaking the ice.
Just drive, hotshot.
Však už jsme tady. No hezký teda. To je fakt radost, ty byl jsi na dovolené a vrátíš se a tam nic není, ty kokso. No to je, musí být super pocit.
There isn't much left.
There never is if the job's done properly.
You think it was deliberate?
Nah, that's real pain in their face. They would have moved out the things they care about if this was insurance. There's no mileage in this. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Hirsch. Cap this one.
Yeah, Mike Brannigan, Cole Phelps. It's okay, Brannigan. His name may be dog shit, but there's none on his hand.
No offense, Phelps.
None taken. Do you have anything?
The fire started late last night. Steffen's family at Catalina Island. Won some kind of competition. Looks like the only thing they ever won in their lives. And come home to this.
I'd say they were pretty lucky, really.
They don't have any insurance. Everything they own, including the house, is now that pile of rubble.
Where are they sleeping?
In the car. It's lucky the whole block didn't burn down. Word is they're bulldozing this whole neighborhood to build new homes for GIs. That's the man in the house. In the ruins. Terry lady is his wife.
We'll take a look around. Come on, Phelps.
That son of a bitch looks a lot like the cop who pulled him in front of
Vyslechněte, vyslechněte pro Steffense vlastně. Ale já nevím, já jsem v ruinách teda viděl jenom hasiče tam pochodovat. Ho? Herf Matthew, to má být Matthew Ryan.
Could be something to go on.
Matthew Ryan. Instahit jsme samozřejmě skládali, že jo, ty trubky na začátku. Fuch. Doufám, že se mi to v životě něco takového nestane. Já teda nevidím pana. Jo, on bude asi toto, že... To nemyslíš vážně. Dobře, když už jsem tady, tak to projdu. Principy barev a čeho? Otoč to. Principy barev a jejich míchání.
Mr. Steffens? Cole Phelps and Herschel Biggs, LAPD. I know it's a difficult time, but could we have a word?
John Steffens.
You were out of town.
We won a prize. We had a wonderful time. Came home to this.
Do you still have the tickets?
Sure.
To je ta poslední věc, co možná zbyla, že? Gulliverovy cesty. 19. září 18 hodin.
It's a formality, but we'll need to speak to the issuing agent.
Tak já myslím, že ten v tom asi úplně nepojede.
Can you tell me any more about the prize that you won, Mr. Steffens?
Weekend at Catalina Island. My wife got this flyer in the mail from the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Jo, ty nevypadá, že bys kecal.
Did you enter any kind of competition?
My wife filled in a flyer. This lady just rung up and told us we won. It's the first time I ever won anything.
The redevelopment fund. Did they offer to buy you out?
They're building new houses. They showed their money and most of the neighborhood just packed up and walked away. But I never bargained with them.
Jsi nějaký nervózní.
Everyone else is selling, but you're the holdout, aren't you?
I was the last. I thought I could hold out for a better price. Now, my house is the center lot.
Byl.
Now you have to take the price regardless.
Looks like it. I've got no choice. I have to put a roof over my family.
That's all we need for the moment, Mr. Steffens.
All right.
A proč jsi to nezeptal na tu kontrolu?
Once with him.
You've seen the papers. I guess he's thinking about his own family. I'd say he's searching for some kind of atonement right now.
Proč jsi to nezeptal na tu kontrolu toho plynu, když jsme ji našli? Dobře, no. Prodáno.
That son of a bitch looks a lot like the cop who pointed his gun at me.
Tam letí letadlo.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, detective?
How could I help, detective?
Goddamn Harry thinks you could get fresh.
I need information on the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Yes, detective. Just checking. The fund is a semi-government agency established to speed up the building of GI homes. It has private investors as well as a government endowment.
Huh. Do you have an address for them?
There is one listed here, corner of Beverly and Mariposa.
Thanks, ma'am.
Tak dík. Ta paní na tom telefonu je jediná, která mě chápe. A která je ochotná se mnou bavit za každých okolností. To je hezké, mít takovou přítelkyni na telefonu. A taky oceňuju, že ten hydrant je použitý.
Have there been any other house fires?
This is arson. We get an average of 2 a night. Does that answer your question?
Já máme.
This is 11K. We'll handle the 211.
11 King Roger, your 211 is at Bruce Brothers Cafe.
I don't like the look of this.
You know the drill. Hand over your money or get used to breathing dirt.
All right, just take it easy.
Quit waving that cannon in my face and let's talk.
We're done talking, understand? You got exactly 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
LAPD! Try shooting someone with a gun of his own.
No jak pojď ty frajere. Myslíš, že se tě leknu? Jsem přežil válku, myslíš si, že se leknu nějakýho prcka s kalašníkem, s tom snem? Mám očividně průstřel všeho možného. Už jenom 7. Ty brďo.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Hi, Albert. We've caught this case.
Hey, Biggs. We? You have a partner? What gives?
This is Cole Phelps. You may have read about him.
Oh, now I get it. Hello, Phelps. Welcome to the netherworld of arson. Family of 4 found dead in their beds. Heater explosion.
Another one?
Looks that way. Insta-heat Model 70. Before you get excited, we get a couple of water heaters a month go bang. Take a look around the yard and see what you can find.
Ooh.
Mal,
You gonna stick it out, Cole?
I'm gonna try, Mal. What have you got?
Family by the name of Sawyer. Mother, father, and 2 kids. All in bed from the looks of it. Oh, I'd say carbon monoxide poisoning. The burns are superficial.
Time of death?
I'd say about midnight. Anything more exact will take some time to determine. Lynch tells me this has something to do with a faulty water heater?
Could be. There's been a spate of problems with a particular brand. I've got another angle in mind.
You care to elucidate, Detective?
This is a murder and not an accident. Sharing information has helped us solve quite a few cases together.
I need something concrete, Mal, before the department gets wind of it. I'm in arson for a reason.
I feel sorry for your wife and kids, Phelps, not for you. But you're a good case man. One of the best I've ever met. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mal. I'd say that's firm but fair.
Ah.
How about the insurance companies write these incidents up as acts of God?
No já nevím teda. Fuj, nic moc teda. Ale co je toto? Počkej, a kde je pes? Zase Insta-heat.
Hey, Biggs! Is this significant?
Regulator valve. Good find.
Detectives? This is the next door neighbor. Detective Phelps. Can you help?
They were supposed to be going away. They won a trip somewhere.
But
little Henry got sick, so they had to cancel. What are the chances?
Do you know who ran the competition?
Gulliver's Travel. Up on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Phelps, guy across the street. I've seen him before. He likes fire. Hurry, you can still catch him.
Takže mi chci říct, že oni jim řeknou, a vyhráli jste, odjedou a zhoří jim barák. Zajímavý.
Stop! LAPD! We got an ID on you, Firebug. Stop right there! Be careful. He looks dangerous.
No, já jsem nebezpečnější, než si myslíš. Ale než. No, ty jsem to hodně viděl.
You lousy piece of shit.
Dobře, no.
How dare you? Come on, you're not a fighter.
Přesně, jsi sráč, vole.
I got you now, motherfucker.
Jo. Jo. Boom, headshot! To už je tak dávno, že to si nikdo nepamatuje. Tuhle hlášku.
What's your name?
Herbert Chapman.
So you like fires?
Some.
Watching them or setting them?
I don't want any trouble.
Turn out your pockets.
You're a naughty boy, aren't you, Herbert?
I keep myself to myself.
Cigarette in a matchbox gives you a 5 or 6 minute delay. You want more time, you use a mosquito coil. Don't you, Herbert?
You like this fire, Herbert?
Hell no. I heard it over the fire radio. Sounded sweet.
When you finish following your leads, come and see me at the fire station. I have a theory about this.
Will do, Lynch. Take this guy in. We might want him for questioning later.
You got it, Detective.
Why have you got such a hard-on for this case? If it is murder, it's almost impossible to prove. Fire doesn't leave much evidence. There's no percentage in this.
I think it's more than one case.
They're house fires, Cole. Accidents, heater fires, gas explosions.
There's got to be a reason.
The reason is you want to be a star again. Forget it. Give it up. You'll feel better.
There's something to this. I know it.
What are you talking about? Arson is insurance. It's always been insurance.
We still investigate the cases, Biggs. The people in this house are dead.
Go soak your head, Phelps. This hero business is a full-time obsession with you.
I'm gonna make this case. I'm gonna rub the department's nose in it. Help me or stay out of my way. You got it?
Ano, prosím. Tak teď jsem zvědav, co mi řeknou tady. Pacha na tu hadicu. Ale zatím to vypadá docela jasně, že? Respektive, že to dělají tak, že jako no vy jste vyhráli a během toho, co tam nejsou, tak najednou boom.
This is 11K. We'll handle the call at Main Street.
11K, your 211 is at the Bank of Arcadia, 253 Main Street.
Zas přes celé město, ty brďo. Kašlu na ně. Už tam jezdit nebudu. Nechám se tam dovést.
Hands off! I'm sick!
Nothing that a night in the tank wouldn't fix, bub. Now, where did they go?
What happened?
Two guys made off with about $1,000 in a paper sack. The Vag says he saw him leave.
I'm right here, you know!
Not much of a witness.
Sir, you need to tell us where they went. Now. They headed for the parking lot.
Je super, že oni si můžou jen tak vzít nějaký auto, že?
I can't hit a target that isn't there, Phelps.
To jsem chtěl udělat já jim. Oni naštěstí na mě počkej.
Okay, one traffic stop coming up.
To snad nemyslíš vážně. Wow. OK, ten semafor stál nějakou korunu. Jako vážně? Doletěli dál, uznávám.
Quite a ride you took us on. Get out with your hands up.
Proletěli se dál docela, no, my jsme tak padli jako... Ale zajímavý, už 2 případy, člověče.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
You're behind the wheel.
Uh-oh.
Can you drive to this one?
Uf. To je teda výloha.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD.
John Cunningham. Can I help you, gentlemen?
We have reason to believe that the Sawyer family of 4414 Rosewood Avenue recently won a competition run by your company.
Yes, I remember them. They called up to cancel at the last minute. One of the kids was sick. Very unfortunate.
Do you mind if I take a look at that?
Tady jsou oni.
Sawyer family, Rosewood Avenue.
A tady jsou Stephensonovi.
Here they are, Stephens. Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotions mailing list covers half of LA.
Jo.
So they are not a government agency?
I don't believe so. Government organizations don't usually get involved in promotions.
Máš hezkou kravatu.
I'm told the tickets were a prize.
Yes, they were.
You do a lot of these prizes?
Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
Ti nevěřím ani slovo teď. No, jasně.
While the Sawyer family were supposed to be at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You consider them lucky?
Christ. I'm sorry to hear that.
Can you tell me who offered the prize won by the Sawyer family?
Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who has won.
Nečekaně.
Thanks for your help.
No problem. I just wish I could do something for that family.
You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now.
I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
50? Are you...
Good man, Cunningham. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm great. Poorer, but great.
Počkej, co předměstské přes stavbu? Ne, to je Y.
Let me guess. You want to check out the Suburban address?
Správně.
Great partners must think alike.
KGPL to any central unit. Ambulance shooting. Any central unit. Identify.
Už třetí pouliční zločin.
11K, go ahead.
Call 11K. Ambulance shooting. Meet the officer at the interstate bus station at Beverly and Union. Code 2. I'm not guilty.
What's the situation? Some stick-up boys lost their heads and a girl got shot. We have to move fast, sir. There are still people inside.
Počkej, ty jdeš rovnou dovnitř? Jo, a převlíkl jsem se. No, vidím ho tam, no.
Stay down. Hit! He's on the lamp. On the floor.
Jo, on ještě byl jeden. Už ne. Ale bylo tam na chvilku auto, to vypadalo, jak kdyby chtěl odjíždět, tak jsem hledal auto a on najednou byl venku. To mě trochu zarazilo. Ale spravedlnosti neunikly.
I think his name is Phelps. He brought in the case for that poor lady killed near City
You know the
Hall.
way. You can drive. This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the suburban redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind.
No, vidím, že slečny v jakékoliv době přitahují. Sdělení stavební podnik Lidská pole 4105 Council Street. Frank Osterman od Lelanda Monroe a rozpočet zásobování. Denní hlášení a rekvizice musí být adresovány firmě předměstské stavby a to, že to nepošlete, je...
Elysian Fields builds the houses, while the Suburban Redevelopment Fund foots the bill.
Jo, a jinak korektně vyplněné požadavky o zásoby budou ignorovány. S váma se nemůžu promluvit, pane? Sedíte tu tak prkeně? Hrbíte se?
Lynch says we should visit him at Fire Station 32.
Okay.
Who exactly is this guy, Lynch?
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged. He doesn't let many people into the inner sanctum. Keep your mouth shut, and you'll learn something about fires.
Dobře. Pardon. Víš, já o požárech vím jenom to, že hoří. A že potřebuje kyslík. A že se hasí vodou většinou. Dobře, pokud nehoří třeba něco elektrického, pak je to docela psycho to hasit vodou. Ale pískem. A nebo hodit na to deku taky někdy, no. Yeah, 5-star goddamn wedding.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire, Al?
Yes, it is.
Zase nějaký Reggie, jo. Tentokrát Reginald Worley. Nebo Worley? Worley.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
Zase.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
Jo, já to mám dát dohromady, jo.
Good, your regulator's in position.
No a to tady takhle nahoru, aby tam šel ten, ne? Plyn nahoru. Ne? Jo, počkej, tohle má být ten balónek, že? Tak to potom jo. Jestli tohle je ten balónek, tak takhle.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas on.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on the gas.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
To trochu morbidní. Next show. Hledám případné noviny, ale vypadá to, že asi
This town is going straight to hell.
jako každý.
He wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
Show?
The next fire. You should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
Guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
Jo, tady InstaHeat, už to vidím.
You read about the terror?
Dobrý den.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
Děkujem.
Goddamn Harry thinks he could get fresh whenever he pleases. I thought this was such a nice area.
New and improved model. We'll be selling these like hotcakes.
Tak žhavý to určitě je.
Generally speaking, you weren't learning much when your mouth is goddamn Bruins are having a season from hell.
Tak on si mluví sám se sebou.
Don't do that again.
Oh, so.
How dare you?
So what next?
Talk to the guy in charge.
No
See what he says.
Však já chci mluvit s chlapem. Jo, tady. Jej, manager, ještě taková blbá cedulka tam. Oh la la. Ty nejsi manager. Manager. Blbec.
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
Tak snad jste měli nějaký zkoušky, ne, ty Brňo? Jsi takový nervózní, no... Pravda, lež. Pochyby.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, They're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
Kecáš. Ale... Tak asi mám dát nějaký ten vzor, že?
I think you're lying, Rasik. I think some of your men aren't fully licensed. You're desperate to cover your sales.
And how are you going to prove that, detective? Name me one of my guys who would have overlooked a fault like this.
Aha, děkuji za odpověď.
What about Matthew Ryan?
You know about Ryan, huh? All right, he's been in some trouble, I know that. He's done his time.
You in the habit of hiring criminals, Rasik?
I need guys, detective. This boom is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you.
Ty máš jen tak, jakoby...
There. Around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
I could save all year and not be able to afford that.
Ryan a ten druhý byl Matthew, myslím, že?
This is a long shot. We are not going to roust that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
Ale Matthew tam není žádnej.
What the hell?
Jo, tady je telefon. Myslím, že ten druhý je Matthew, že?
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, detective?
How could I help, detective?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Cutner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
To stihla, jo?
Clemens Walter, previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew, charged for contempt of court, attempted murder, plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady.
You lousy piece of shit.
Your employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasik. Desperate times indeed.
On je Matthew Ryan, já jsem debil. A jak se jmenuje ten druhý teda? Tady. Jo, Reginald Varley. Ježišmarja, no tak.
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do, but my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
Teď se culil Phelps, že? Že se ho zastal.
What was that? Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasik.
Gratuluju. Hádám.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
Když ve společnosti vládne nevědomost a v myslích lidstva zmatek, množí se zákony, legislativa má všechno napravit. A každý nový zákon je novým přehmatem. Lidé se stále vedou k tomu, aby od zákona žádali to, co může vzejít jen od nich samotných z jejich vlastního vzdělání a vlastních morálních zásad. Bože můj. Jo, to je všechno? Asi vím, odkud to dostal.
Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine.
Musím? Jo, to je to stejný. No a to nemůžu přeskočit. Když ve společnosti vládne nevědomost, množí se zákony, legislativa má všechno napravit. A každý nový zákon je novým přehmatem, který má lidstvo vést k tomu, jo, lidé se stále vedou k tomu, aby od zákona žádali to, co může vzejít jenom z jejich vlastních hlav. Vlastního vzdělání a vlastních morálních zásad. A bla 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 bla.
Ryan wants the world to be a better place, don't we all?
Ten hranatý stín je dobrý. Jo. Ale
My company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive. Barley has a problem with bugs.
takže to vypadá na toho Varleyho.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasik?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
Benátky jsou trochu daleko, nemyslíš?
Three birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
Varley. Můžu tudy?
I could save all year and not be able to afford that.
Já myslím, že jasný Varley, ne? Respektive to bylo nejvíc inkriminující.
Oh, just you wait.
Varley.
Varley's on the run. He might be packing heat. He's wanted for murder. I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. Now, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel.
To nebude ono.
LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot!
Tak ale proč neposloucháš důstojníka LAPD? To nemyslíš vážně?
Stop or I will shoot! Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you.
Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then,
Your guess is arson. You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
No ale to není on. Aspoň podle teda té scény. Clemens, Ryan. Zkusme Ryana třeba. Protože to byl, myslím, ten, co to distribuoval, ne? Ty anarchistický... Počkej, to je hned tady. Ty anarchistický sračky. Jo, to je ono. No vlastně ne, jeho auto vypadalo jinak.
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking? Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson squad. Arson?
You heard the man.
Let's just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you. Hold it, Ryan. I said...
Bitch.
Those are GI's backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in! I'll take out the van! Smash the son of a bitch's rear wheels.
He's going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down before he hurts somebody.
Whoa.
Step on it, huh? Get me just a little closer.
Check.
Lay into his wheel well. Come on. I'll try to shoot on his tires. Wish me luck.
He's got an arson-related assault charge and he's running.
Running don't mean nothing. We gotta get this guy in a room before we can get an angle on him.
This man has got to be stopped.
Get in close and steer him off the tar.
To by mohlo stačit, ne?
Show me your hands. Why did you run, Ryan? I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
No a teď ještě toho třetího hádám. Ne, můžeš nastoupit v pohodě. Clemens. Největší čurina bude.
KGPL to any central unit, meet the officer, a hit-run felony at 6th and Alvarado. Any unit able to handle, code 2 identify.
Největší čurina, to bude, když to nebude ani jeden z těch tří.
KGPL to any central unit, meet the officer, a hit-run felony at 6th and Alvarado. Any unit able to handle, code 2 identify.
Car 11 King responding. Go ahead, KGPL.
11 King, meet the officer, a hit-run felony at the intersection of 6th and Alvarado.
Jesus Christ.
Notify the coroner's office.
It's not often you get them this easy. Driver left his car behind and hoofed it.
Any witnesses?
None of them saw the crash, but by the blood, I'd say the driver can't be too far.
Did anyone see where the driver went?
I saw a guy run up that alley.
Jo.
You see a man covered in blood? We're chasing a hit-and-run suspect. Went to ground in the alley.
Slezl dolů? Já jsem právě proskočil plotem. Dobře, no. V té uličce slezl dolů, cože? Tady už je parkoviště. Tak o jaké uličce to mluvíš? Počkejte, udělám to ještě jedno. Ne. Možná to bylo jenom... Jo, teď jsem prolezl, hele. Tady jim chybí kolize vývojářů. No ale to je jedno.
So, I think we need to take a look over here.
Jo, tady.
Just stay away from me, goddammit! I mean it! Get back!
Kámo, seš... Saj od... Au?
Partner, I think we got our guy. Come back here. You're not getting off that easy.
Tyjo, normálně, on je chudák celý skrvavený a já ho ještě dobiju, prostě.
Show me some of your moves,
A ještě samozřejmě se omlátím o ten odpadák.
I only fell asleep for a second. I've never had any trouble like this before, officer. Never,
William
ever.
Shelton?
Oh, Christ. It's you. Look, you gotta believe me. I'm no criminal.
Pozdě. Tak a můžeme se podívat tam, kde pracuje ten poslední Boris, který už tam určitě stojí 4 hodiny a čeká na nás.
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
You know Reginald Varley?
No? Can't say I do.
Kecáš, vole.
Detroit PD is after Reginald Varley for murder. You want us to run you in for aiding and abetting, Clemens?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All I know about Varley is he gets kickbacks from some developer. He does their work first. Spreads it around if he can.
Si fakt myslíš, že se neznáte vzájemně, když máte skřínky vedle sebe, jo, všichni. Ty vole.
I contract for them. So what?
Kecáš, vole.
Instaheat hires arsonists, does it?
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mudshark of a wife gets awarded it in settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the Rouse, Clemens. You did the right thing.
Jako vážně?
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
Ale kecáš, vole.
You and Ryan are fifth columnists.
And how do you figure that, wise guy? What proof do you have? Been following me to meetings?
Jak víš, že jsou nějaký schůzky?
I am not now, nor have I ever been, a member of the Communist Party. Nice try, copper.
Já jsem mu měl dát tu jeho knížku, ne tu Ryanovu.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. He ain't our guy. We have 3 suspects. As much as I'd like it to be Chapman, I think it's one of the other 2 guys. Let's get to the station and close this case.
Ježíš, já jsem mu měl dát tu jeho knížku, ne tu Ryanovu. Ježiš, jsem selhal, vole. Logicky, já jsem myslel, že to je spojený, že jo. Našli jsme knížky v obou, tak asi to má souvislost. No a Jiřa prostě lol. Ups. A se mi nepovedlo. To jsem to hezky objel teda. Bože, no tak to jsem selhal.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Madam, omlouvám se, ale teď už mám skutečně špatný den. Ach jo. Bože můj. Hlavně jsem se na tom zasekl, ty ještě jsem se tam vrátil, ne, boom, Ryanovu.
I have 2 suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Barley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
You got a problem, pal?
Jo, mám.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
Přičí o snadné manipulaci s regulátorem tlaku.
If you know enough to do your job, you know enough to do that repair. You're lying, Ryan.
And how do you think you can prove that?
Tvůj šéf?
Your boss at InstaHeat said that you've all been trained to do it. It's a common repair. Are you calling him a liar?
Okay, so I know how it's done. But what would be the point? You just end up with a gas leak and then a small fire when you turn the pilot back on.
And if you didn't reset the pilot and the gas spread, what was the cause of the fire in your own home, Ryan?
I won't tell you.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
Kecáš.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Barley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
Tak už jsou to fašisti a ne anarchisti.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
This is industrial sabotage, Ryan. It's all part of your campaign.
You're delusional, detective. What campaign?
Teď využij a samozřejmě použiju Clemencův anarchistický pamflet.
Your locker is full of pamphlets. Clemens told us how you were always foisting them on people.
Sure.
Ne, neřekl.
I spread the pamphlets.
Ale
Guy
dobře.
has to do something. InstaHeat heaters break down every day. They're still peddling the same lousy design that they lifted from Hephaestus.
InstaHeat bought out Hephaestus?
Them, Vulcan, Pyro, and a bunch of other companies.
And you still work for them?
A guy has to work.
And the directors of the company. How do you feel about them these days?
You work it out.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
Kecáš, ty vole, přece je jasný, že jsme si to ověřili, ne?
You're lying.
Nejseš tak blbej, vole.
And how exactly are you gonna prove that?
Jak to dokážu? No třeba, hele.
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry out, You'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead.
The women don't find you handsome.
Tak a kde je ten druhý Lulín?
Find you handy.
I think Ryan is our man. But procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects. Let's speak to Varley.
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Why are you lying to me, Varley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was there or not? How can you prove that I was?
Your name is on the inside door
Lol.
of their water heater.
Okay. You got me there.
Jsem debil.
Suburban, yeah, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think he played him, though. Because he still wouldn't sell.
Mm-hmm.
Word is, you're in the pocket of some property developer?
Never. I got principles.
Jakže, Je to toto? To prohlášení Matthew a Ryana? Jo.
How did Suburban put the squeeze on you? Did they find out about your record?
There's no way you can link me to Suburban. You're wasting your time.
Ryan says you offered to cut him in on the kickbacks they were offering. He'll testify in court.
Suburban, they got real-time pressure on getting some of the big developments finished. There's some big date that they can't afford to miss. So yeah, I took their money. But so did a lot of guys, all right? Carpenters, electricians, plumbers. It's no big conspiracy.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Insta-Heat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
Kecáš. Ale... Jo, toto asi bude ono.
I don't believe you, Varley. I think Suburban wants homeowners who don't want to sell out of the way.
I think you're out of your mind. Where is the evidence that I have done anything to contribute to this fire? Huh?
Tacívka na komáry.
Arsonists use cigarettes and mosquito coils as time delay fuses. We found an open box of mosquito coils in your locker.
Whoa, hang on! Those things, they belong to Ryan, all right? He asked me to hold them because his locker's full of stupid pamphlets. I thought he used them for camping.
To je těžký, no, tak jako říkáš, že to patří Ryanovi, jo. A kde je důk, jako jak ti to můžem věřit?
We're done for now.
Uvidíme, co nám řeknou teď.
You're either going back to Detroit to face a murder rap, or you're staying here to answer for these arsons.
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case was thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
Tady jsem ještě v životě nebyl, že? Já myslím, že tam je něco víc. Tak ten Ryan je anarchista a tvrdí, že se všem musí pomstít. Všem těm společnostem. Což teoreticky by těma požárama udělal.
No.
Hey! Fuck you!
Že jsi mi to řekl, vole. No, teď držíš hubu, co? Kreténe. Já hledám tu...
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it.
Tady.
You got a problem, pal?
Ale tady už je... Sakra, kde je ta výslechovka jednička?
The women don't find you handsome. They should at least find you handy.
Tady je interview doprava. No. Jo, tady. No. Tak ty říkáš, že to bylo Ryanovo, jo? Tak jo.
Matthew Ryan, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
You're putting an innocent man away here. You hear me? I didn't set any fires. I didn't kill that family.
Nehledě na to, že ten druhej bude stejně sedět za vraždu v Detroitu.
Phelps, what you did to your wife and kids was un-American.
My wife threw me out.
Did I ask for your opinion? You're here to listen to mine. What I was going to say, before I was interrupted, was you did a good job on the Stephen Sawyer case. We don't often get results in arson, so well done.
What about me? Do I get a little stamp by my hand or a lollipop or something?
What you get is another case. A bad one, unfortunately.
Takže jsem to trefil dobře. Ale je to teda postavený dost na vodě, jakože řeknou, no ale to bylo Ryanovo. Čelí velké porotě a má na krku 4 obvinění z vraždy. Hezký. 4 hvězdičky, já vím, no já jsem ten už se mi úplně nepovedl. Jsem zvolil špatný důkaz. Neměl by mít velitel taky Thompsona?
You're 2 blocks behind first and second.
We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders,
There's
Sergeant.
barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We've a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
Elysejskými poli. No akorát, že ne v Paříži, co? Ale já si myslím, že to nebyl možná ani jeden z nich. Zase podobně jako v tom, jako na těch vraždách. Že to byl někdo ještě další.
House fire, bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
I got a call back for that Universal Chorus line.
Parker or Wayne? I don't know who'd be worse.
I know that face.
Že jo, dík, já tebe ne. Já myslel, že je noc. Nebo večer a ono je světla jak svině.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget I.
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
The new housing development is a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Any unit in the vicinity, a citizen reports a 459 there now at 38 North Catalina. Any unit in the vicinity, a citizen reports a 459 there now at 38 North Catalina. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
Jo, to je hned tady.
R11K responding.
11K Roger, a 459 there now at 38 North Catalina Street, code 2.
To jsem překvapen, já jsem zvyklý, že bych musel jít přes celé město, víš, tak nevím, jak reagovat. Co tam děláš, frajere?
Cops, shit!
Stop! LAPD!
Cops, shit!
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him. Enough games, folks. Take this guy out.
Kde mu do té pneumatiky?
It's no good. We need to get closer. Lay into his wheel well. Come on. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Get in close and steer him off the top.
OK. Jsem dostal dobrou stopku teď. Jo, dobrý.
But I'm scared to go to prison, mister. They'll take one look at me and...
Tak tě omrdá někdo do zadnice, no to je tvůj problém. Neměl jsi to dělat, když tam nechceš jít. Spadne mýdlo ve sprše, no a juch! Co se dá dělat? Můj problém to není. No hezky.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs. Do you have a name?
Oh, můj.
Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family. Okay. Anything else? To be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved. Ooh. I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved him into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
To je jako vážně? A tohle jsem si všiml už předtím.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
What are you doing?
Modlí.
Prayer effect is from the fire. The muscles and tendons contract.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
You got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt. For the fires? For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative explanation?
I'm sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Oh my...
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
A to si člověk myslel, že ten borec, co pomalovává ty holky tím zatraceným, zpropadeným, vlastně to byla rtěnka, tak s propadenou rtěnkou je magor, že? Takže je to Triple H. Míč.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
To je ale krikeťák, že asi, ale bylo to velký na krikeťák. Bože můj, zlatý vraždy.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Ty vogo, kecáš. Hýbeš v obočím, jak kdyby si viděl ducha.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
Zas?
You said someone is knocking these houses
Vlastně
down?
logicky.
Elysian Fields. You must know them. They're billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
No na základě předchozí odpovědi kecáš, protože to nechtěl prodat. Z toho vyznělo.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
No a co, tak jsi to postavil sám, ty vole, tak tomu měl asi nějaký cit, ty vogo, chápeš to, Dudley, vole?
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they were still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
To bych mu i věřil. Ale podle toho, jak zatím odpovídal, zkusme toto.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
Dobře. Můžu jít zpátky dovnitř? Je, hele, počkej, aha. Reginald Worley, ale... Už zas?
Looks like the same model.
No zase, kde je pes? Jo, tady se nedostanu.
The main reason Santa's so jolly is because he knows where all the bad girls live.
Řeknou mi něco, ještě když vejdu dovnitř? A počkej, co je toto? No podle hudby tady ještě někde něco musí být. Oh. No to jenom zrcátko, ne? Kartáč. Ne zrcátko. Jo, nahoru nemůžu. Tady už jsem byl. Dole jsem taky byl. Tady? Žehlička. Tak kde co mím? O! A to jsou jenom noviny.
How did you get my number, Ira? At first I didn't understand you, but now I do. I'd like you to come back to the clinic. I'm helping other people now, Doctor.
I think you are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier in heaven.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fire should end now. They have served their purpose. Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor. After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean.
Everything will be erased. The world will be fresh and new.
I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you helped me to find it.
I heard this is a triple homicide.
Takže
Is that true?
to dělá on? Ira? Je pravda, že už tam jednou byl. Počkejte, možná... Jo, to by mě zajímalo, jak se to vylez... Možná ještě něco tady třeba? Místo přece jenom ten plot je v čoudu. Jsi nějaký akční teda. Na svůj věk. A tady ta hudba ani nezní, tak to vypadá, že tady ne. A tady? Tady někde ještě něco... Oh. Kde? Kde? Tady už ne. A tady jo. Že něco tady musí být. To už jsem asi ne. A to jsou jenom jeho boty, tak to je jedno, ne?
Boondockers they ain't.
Proč mluvíš o vojenských botách? No tak moment, ty brďo. Já se jdu podívat. Vedle stromu u souseda najdete cigarety. Co? Tady? Už vidím i stopy. Už chápu vojenské boty.
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive. Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
Proto mluvil o vojenských botách, že to nejsou vojenské boty, tam ty sousedovi.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
Kecáš. Podíval ses doprava nahoru.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, a beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
Couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper.
Origami.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Takže je to všechno napojeno na Heavy Rain.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
Postavme lepší Kalifornii. Chceme koupit váš starý dům ještě dnes, jasně no. Volejte 2800 Leland Monroe výstavby Elysejská pole. O tom Monroe už jsme slyšeli. Ale proč tomu říkáte Elysejská pole, teda?
Oh, I see you already have one.
Mhm. A dole je ten kupon na tu soutěž, co?
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Bože, jsem se tady zasekl na šíleně dlouhou
I
dobu.
swear, this town is going straight to hell. Got friends who work at the exam.
Uf.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe. He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Calling you stupid would be an insult.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end.
Tak tam
We should
jedem.
check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
Jak to tam přibylo? Dobře. Tak asi teda jedem, no. Rovnou takhle.
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart
fray.
mouth son of a bitch.
You sorry sack.
No dobře, no, tak co...
That's gonna go. We're gonna have to pacify this.
Výřeš nepokoje, to je hezký.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna bust you right in the mouth.
Boom, headshot. Jo, on se zvedl ještě. Ne na dlouho. No koule. To ses naučil u mariňáků.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Aha. Takže pojistný podvod?
If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Jako takhle rovnou nekompromisně? Ale neříkal jsi před chvilkou, že je to slepá ulička a že to nemá cenu? On to myslí vážně? Počkej, co tady tenhle človíček? Nic. OK, tak s bohem. Cizinče. To taky nevypadá úplně jako trávník, že? To spíš vypadá jako zarostlá ta... jak se tomu nadává? Dlažba. Tak tam fakt jedem. No tak jo. Jaj, tady to končí. To vezmu s kratkou. Pardon. Přesně tak, aspoň budeme vědět, že jsme tady byli.
You look like you were a big pain in the neck. Now I have a much slower appointment.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
Krávo.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
May I help you, gentlemen?
Neotravuj. Oh.
I'd like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
No vidíš, že to nebylo potřeba, nádhero.
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs. We're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Pár otázek.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
Proč máš tak přivřený oči celou dobu? Ti není vidět do očí. Já ti nevěřím, ale... risknu to.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecued, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Kecáš.
Level with me, Mr.
Je, hele, komentář.
You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Proof? Proof.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
No a?
You want to accuse them of murder as well?
Mě jenom baví, že na těch letácích má ty oči otevřený.
We've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Ty vole, ty kecáš.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, Detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulations.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
Proto se ten cement rozpadal, jo?
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Jo. Yoink.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills, do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Glad to be of help, officers.
No, najednou, ty blbko.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Chapman mi něco říká, ale...
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Má tady někde telefon?
Well, you can only dream.
Your boss is a fine man.
Počkej, kde ten telefon? Jo, to bylo asi nahoře v jeho kanceláři, že? Nevadí. Šalina. Achievement? Děkuju. Pozor, bebičku.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, detective?
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks, ma'am.
Huh?
Well, I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face till there's love for me in it. heart, and baby, I'll bin it, 'cause I always kill the things I love. Some
Buy me a drink, Cole? No.
To nemyslíš
Not
vážně.
even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here?
Ne.
I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it. She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that
I
company.
have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah, Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K, 11K.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did. But I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an
Párkrát.
insurance investigator over...
Au.
Brother!
Ale beru, moje chyba. Můžeš pokračovat.
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has, Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind
Let's
of problem.
take a look at the car.
Let's see what he's hauling around.
Ale sedí i auto, že?
Oh, Susie, you are so bad.
Sedí i auto podle toho, co...
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
Sedí i auto podle té scény, které tam bylo, že? To by tak odpovídalo. Jaj.
We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
A tohle je ten leták? Proč tak furt tíká ten Cole teďka? A tak nemá otevřený oči, jak jsem kecal.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit! He's seen us.
Cops! Again!
Son of a bitch, he must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole.
Misi šalinu.
I'll call this in, get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL.
Go ahead, 11K.
11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar, currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to handle code 3 identified.
Wow.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
To se snad nedá, když jede v šalině, ne? Sorry, hasiči.
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down.
Já vím, já jsem...
Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him.
I can't hit a target that isn't there, Phelps.
Get me closer to the driver's cabin. I'll plug Chapman.
Okay.
Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Get me closer. I think I got a shot here. End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Chtěl jsem tě zadržet.
Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
The fires benefit Elysian in some way. I don't see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? We'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Však neboj, ten herec se stane prezidentem. Dej tomu pár roků.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help, this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Chapman si vezme svůj motiv i případné vazby na Monroe a Elysejská pole do hrobu. No vlastně.